I'm Danger Man, the urban superhero, and this is another Danger Man moment. I wanted to comment on Robert Freeman, 13-year-old African-American young man who was shot 22 times in Chicago this week, in the street, in the middle of the street, like in front of his house. A gunman walked out, said something, and then pulled out a gun and shot him 22 times. All right. And then it's been revealed now that it was probably a mistaken identity. Wow. Just in Chicago alone, in the last 6 days, there have been four gunshot victims under the age of 18 that were killed. And so far this year, there have been something like, I think the number's like 31 young people under the age of 18 that have been killed. All right. This is an epidemic, all right, and this has got to stop. We got to find a way that the police are outnumbered and and outgunned, all right, and because these criminals have, they got all kind of guns and weapons that come out, but I think the parents need to take control. It starts at home. You need to know if your kid's a gangbanger, if you find a gun in your kid in your kid's room or kid's backpack, or your kid is out there doing some corrupting things, you need to let the authorities know, and people that have tips, call the tip lines. Let the police know that if you see something, all right. Don't just hold it on. I know people get scared, that there's something, there may be some reprisal, but if you see something, if you know something, find a way to get your tip in to the tip line so that these people can be caught and apprehended by the police, all right? This is terrible. I said a prayer for this young man's mother. I saw him on TV crying, a baby, 13 years old. I mean, how do you, it's one thing to shoot somebody one time, but how do you stand there and you shoot somebody 22 times? Okay, and what are you doing carrying a gun that can shoot 22 times like that? Without, it's just beyond me, all right? And, we need to keep our streets safe and keep our kids straight. And in Chicago, I'm telling you, there's like, Chicago is just, it's crazy. And we just need to really find a way and take responsibility as adults and as a community to find a way to stop this violence and stop all this gunplay, all right? That's Danger Man, the urban superhero, and I'm just, to hear of such a thing like this, in the midst of all this violence they're having in Chicago. Recently, there's talk about boycotting Arizona because of the immigration bill. Okay, well, let's boycott Chicago. Okay, and maybe we could do something about this crime rate. Okay, just say I'm not going to Chicago. You can't keep young people safe. Shooting kids in the street 22 times. I'm not going to Chicago. I'll go somewhere else, all right? But let's find a way to stop this violence and get these guns out of these kids' hands, all right? This is Danger Man, the urban superhero. This has been another Danger Man moment. Thank you.